Okay, so let's scroll. Okay, so let's click over here. Okay, so on task 3, identify the UDP packets. In this task, you will identify packets implementing UDP protocol and ports used. To identify UDP packets of the ports used, perform the following steps. So step 1, ensure you are connected to PLABSA01 and the Wireshark Windows is open in the filter box type. Okay, so let's type UDP on the filter box. Okay, let's click on the blue arrow. Okay, so click the white arrow to the right of the filter applied filter. Again, notice that the change in the color coding of the data packets. Only the data packets implementing UDP protocol are now being displayed. So step 2, select a UDP packet from the list displayed. For example, select the HCP packet. Okay, so moving on step 3, expand the link user datagram protocol section in the middle pane. Notice that the source port is boot PC68 and the destination port is boot TPS67. Okay, so close the Wireshark windows, click stop and quit without saving. Okay, moving on exercise 6, configure port 21 port FTP file transfer protocol. FTP is a standard network protocol used to transfer files from host computer to another host over a TCP-based network like a private intranet or the internet. FTP is a built on the client server computing model. It uses a separate data and control connections between a client workstation and FTP server. FTP user may authenticate themselves in the form of a username and password, which are transmitted as plain text. For this reason, most FTP sites allow anonymous as the user and an email address as the password. FTP uses two port numbers, port 20 data and port 21 for control and server running. FTP service listen on port 21 for FTP sessions by default. To better understand this technology, also refer to your course material or use your preferred search engine to research this topic in detail. Learning outcomes. After completing this exercise, you will be able to install web server, IIS, role setup on FTP site, verify FTP access from PLAB10. So your devices, you will be using the following devices in this lab. Please power on this now. PLABSA01. Okay, as you can see, it's already powered on. And the second one is PLAB10. Windows 10 workstation. Okay, so on task 1, install web server. which is IIS role. In this task, you will confirm that while installing a web server, IIS role on a server port 121 is configured for FTP default. To install the web server IIS role, perform the following steps. Step 1. Connect to PLA BSA01. Click Start and search Programs and Files box, type Server Manager. Okay, let's click it. So on the Server Manager interface, click Add Roles and Features. Okay, moving on to step 3. The Add Roles wizard is displayed on the Before You Begin page. Read the information and click Next. Okay, on step 4, on the Select Installations type page, click Next. Okay, step 5, on the Select Destination Server page, click Next. On step 6, on the Select Server Roles page, select Web Server IIS from the roles list. Okay, moving on to step 7. Okay, on the Select Server Roles page, click Next. Then step 8, on the Select Features page, click Next. Step 9, on the Web Server Roles IIS page, click Next. Step 10, on the Select Role Services page, click. Keep the default selection, scroll down to select the FTP server option at the bottom of the list. Select the FTP server option. Make sure that both the FTP service and the FTP extensibility sub option are selected as well. Sub options for individual roles are given to enable you to select individual server roles if required. Click Next. Okay, so I guess we are free to click Next. Okay, on step 11, on the confirm installation selections page, check the specifications for installation and click Install. Okay, in step 12, the installation progress page displays the progress of the installation of the web server IIS role. Okay, step 13, once the installation is complete, click Close. Before we do that, let's just wait for this one to finish downloading the installation.